don't be afraid of happiness. And what I mean by that is, all too often I hear people that are in what could be really fabulous relationships, but they don't feel like they deserve it, or they're afraid that that person's going to hurt them or leave them, or like all sorts of things, right? And I know easier said than done, but if you recognize that it's a really good relationship and you're feeling happy, but you don't think that you're supposed to be happy or that you can maintain happiness, you're wrong, right? Life is the pursuit of happiness. We all want to be happy. And when you find someone that you think can really make you happy, be brave and allow yourself to be vulnerable. And, there's that great Whitney Houston song, right? That says the ride with you was worth the fall. And yeah, it sucks to have that fall and to lose when you love. But, that's another cliche, right? That says better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all. And, I think that's really true. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of breakups and a lot of really wonderful, loving relationships that ended up not working out. And yeah, I hate that. And at this point, yeah, I want my next relationship to be it and last forever. But I can't really control that. All I can ever do is what I can do. And I do always do everything that I can do to make a relationship work. But it takes two. I've not always picked men that are capable of doing that, right? So you can't allow the potential of loss to prevent you from really finding happiness. Because if you don't allow yourself that vulnerability, and yeah, it's scary, right? Years ago when I started dating a guy who was, pretty, well-known, let's just put it that way. And a girlfriend of mine from high school said to me, "Oh my God, I'd be afraid to date a guy like that." And I'd never had my heart broken at that point. And I remember saying, why? That was completely ridiculous to me. I was like, he's great. He's amazing. I'm having a great time. Why would you be afraid? But then, yeah, that guy ripped my heart out. And he's the guy that I talk about in all my, breakup videos, the very first time I had my heart broken, who'd been a friend of mine for 8 years first, right? But my point is pre-heartbreak, I didn't understand that notion of, yeah, I'm not signing up for that. That might really hurt me. But having signed up for a lot of things that did really hurt me, I even more passionately now feel like you need to take the chance. Take the chance that it could be a really good relationship and be conscientious about it, right? Be conscientious about how you communicate and expressing your feelings. And if you have fears, share them with your partner and share them so that you can hopefully confront them together. People are intimidated by a good relationship sometimes because they think it's not going to last. But then you deprive yourself. And then more importantly, look, as a relationship coach, right? I, in Manhattan particularly, have coached some phenomenal women, stunning and successful and interesting. And they have a hard time keeping relationships because they intimidate men, right? And I get that too. So that's what I'm talking about. It is, I think, the holy grail to connect with somebody on that really deep, passionate level. And sometimes that does have to grow, right? Sometimes that doesn't come right off the bat. Sometimes you have to really get to know each other. And psychologists believe that you don't really fall in love until that I can't get enough of you, I can't keep my hands off of you phase ends. But with really true love is when you really can't keep your hands off of somebody. Please don't let your fears get the best of you and protect your heart so much that your heart doesn't get to experience that really wonderful love that I think we're all looking for, right? People stay in loveless relationships because they're afraid to be alone or because they're afraid that there's nothing better out there. But I promise you, there won't be anything else out there if you're not willing to put yourself out there to receive it.